everyone. Welcome to Reviewia Talks. Today, we are going to talk about why it is important to build your personal brand using social media. As things are progressing, in terms of how hiring is done, how talent is acquired by large organizations, people are moving away from the conventional procedures that you have a resume, people look at your resume, they assess your resume, then they call you for an interview, and that's it. But gradually, we see that there is a transition that is happening in how talent is acquired, how talent is spotted, and a lot of it is through social media now. What your activities are on relevant social media would determine whether that next opportunity would come your way or not. So now it is not sufficient for professionals to only have a good resume. You have to do a lot more. You have to have an approach to building your brand, building your perception on relevant social media platforms. Some of the very relevant social media platforms are LinkedIn. If you are an analytics professional, the social media platform which you can't ignore is Kaggle. Okay, similarly for technology professionals, you got to have a GitHub profile, and all these profile URLs need to be part of your resume. So you will see that employers do ask for your GitHub profile link, your Kaggle link, your LinkedIn profile link. At times certain employers would actually do a scan of all your social media handles just to understand your behavior. Okay, just to understand your interests. Also look for some red flags. So while that is an exercise, but if you use it well, the social media handles can really come in very handy in terms of building a positive perception about you, and also eventually enabling you to get those really good opportunities which might not have come your way if you just stuck to a resume. So what is important in how can you go ahead and build a personal brand? One of the things that people shy away from is this fear of sharing their views on social media. Okay, sharing their views about relevant domain expertise, their views of a particular industry that they are part of, thinking that they will be judged, or they are they there in terms of their expertise and industry knowledge that they should create content or write a blog or write a white paper. So a lot of professionals, a lot of individuals who are very capable, they just get stuck with this conversation that, oh, am I going to be good enough if I start generating content? So don't worry about that. Okay, just make a start. If you have got a point of view, and if it is not volatile, if it is not polarizing in any way, please put it out on relevant social media. Okay, and what you need to do is start engaging in groups which are relevant to you. So if you are a banking and financial services professional, join groups on LinkedIn or Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a comparatively new platform which is very unique, but it helps you network very well with people who have common interests, both personal and professional. So you can leverage groups like Clubhouse, leverage groups in platforms like LinkedIn, and start engaging in conversations, maybe commenting on certain posts with your the point of view, and create a cadence. What is important is if you do it for 1 week, 2 weeks when you're looking for an opportunity, that doesn't help in building your brand. You speak to any brand manager, they will tell you that building brand is a continuous process. It's a long-term process. It is a process. It is not an outcome. It is not something that you do for 3 months and then you stop. So you got to be at it. Most people who have a good personal brand on these platforms, a lot of people who achieve the influencer tag on these platforms, the only thing which is common to them is that they go about it with a lot of consistency. They've planned to post 2 videos a week or one video a week or one blog a week, and they have stuck to it for many months and years. And that's the only thing which has enabled them to reach that influencer position. because as you keep generating content, you will get better at it. The first content that you generate, be it a blog, be it a video, be it a white paper, it won't be great. But don't get stopped by that. The only thing that can happen is you will improve in the next version, the next publishing that you will do of your blog or your white paper. You will only do better through your learnings. So start the process, be consistent, and don't do it with an outcome in mind. So don't start doing it when you put in a notice period with your current employer, or when you actually are getting ready to look for opportunities, and you think, okay, now is the time for me to become active on LinkedIn and Twitter and Clubhouse, and if I do it for 2 months, maybe I'll catch the eye of a relevant employer. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you might get lucky once, but it really doesn't work like that, and you shouldn't stop at just that next opportunity. This is a way of life. You got to have this as a to do item, as an activity on your timetable, so to speak. Take out a few hours, figure out how you're going to go ahead and build more content which will make your personal brand a more pronounced one on relevant social media. The way things are going, you can't ignore it. If you ignore it, you become irrelevant. You don't get noticed, because a lot of stuff that we see is moving towards social media. That resume thing won't last as the whole sole way of hiring for too long, especially for people who are experienced, who have minimum 4 or 5 years of experience. You've got to be more active on these platforms. Make it a cadence, make it a way of life. And your personal brand can only help you. There is no damage that can be done, unless, as I said, you have very polarizing views which you put out. That can become very damaging for you. So my recommendation would be to not, put out such polarizing views, and be a little sensitive about what kind of viewpoints you put out. But if you do it with the right approach, do it as a way of life, you will benefit it ongoingly. So that's my message to working professionals and aspiring job seekers. Thank you. I hope it was helpful. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.